High blood pressure can feel like a silent shadow following you, one that doesn't announce itself until it has already caused damage. For many Americans over 50, it becomes an unwelcome companion, creeping up slowly over the years and quietly putting the heart, brain, and kidneys at risk. But here's the truth: while medication is often necessary for some, there are powerful, natural ways to help lower blood pressure and protect your health. Methods that don't just target the numbers on a blood pressure monitor, but also nourish your entire body and mind. Imagine sitting in your doctor's office, hearing that your blood pressure is higher than it should be. You feel a wave of concern, maybe even fear. You start wondering if you'll need to be on medication for the rest of your life. But your doctor leans in and says, let us also look at lifestyle changes, things you can do every single day to take back control. That moment is empowering because it means you have a role in your own healing. One of the most effective natural strategies starts with the food on your plate. The DASH diet, dietary approaches to stop hypertension, has been studied for decades and proven to lower blood pressure. It's rich in fruits, vegetables, whole grains, lean proteins, and low-fat dairy, while being low in saturated fat, cholesterol, and added sugar. Imagine breakfast as a bowl of oatmeal topped with berries and walnuts instead of a sugary pastry. Lunch could be a colorful salad with leafy greens, chickpeas, grilled chicken, and a drizzle of olive oil. Dinner might be baked salmon with quinoa and steamed broccoli. Every bite is a step toward better vascular health. Reducing sodium is equally important. For many people, the biggest source of sodium isn't the salt shaker, it's processed and packaged foods. Canned soups, deli meats, frozen meals, even bread can add up to more sodium than you realize. Learning to read labels, choosing low-sodium versions, and flavoring meals with herbs, garlic, and citrus instead of salt can make a remarkable difference. Potassium is the counterbalance to sodium, helping relax blood vessel walls and ease pressure. Foods like bananas, spinach, sweet potatoes, avocados, and beans are excellent sources. If you start your day with a smoothie of banana, spinach, almond milk, and a spoonful of peanut butter, you've already boosted your potassium intake without much effort. Weight management is another critical piece. Even losing just 5 to 10 pounds can significantly lower blood pressure in many people. It's not about drastic diets or punishing exercise, it's about sustainable, daily habits. Walking for 30 minutes a day, choosing water over soda, and practicing portion control can add up to lasting results. Exercise doesn't have to mean joining a gym or running marathons. Brisk walking, cycling, swimming, or even dancing in your living room can strengthen your heart and make it more efficient at pumping blood. When your heart works less hard, the pressure on your arteries drops. The key is consistency, finding something you enjoy so it becomes a natural part of your routine. And then there's stress, often underestimated but deeply connected to blood pressure. Chronic stress floods the body with hormones that constrict blood vessels and make the heart beat faster. Over time, this constant strain raises blood pressure and damages artery walls. Learning to manage stress is not a luxury, it's a form of medicine. Deep breathing exercises, meditation, yoga, or simply taking time to enjoy a hobby can help quiet the nervous system. Even 5 minutes of focused breathing, inhale slowly through your nose, hold for a moment, and exhale through your mouth, can begin to shift your body toward relaxation. Sleep plays a surprising role too. Poor or insufficient sleep raises the risk of hypertension because it prevents the body from repairing itself overnight. Aim for 7 to 9 hours of quality sleep. Create a bedtime routine, dim the lights, turn off screens, keep your bedroom cool, and maybe sip a cup of caffeine-free herbal tea. It's about signaling to your body that it's time to rest. For many people over 50, alcohol and caffeine can also have an impact. While small amounts of coffee or wine may be fine, excessive consumption can raise blood pressure. Moderation is key. No more than 1 alcoholic drink a day for women and 2 for men. And being mindful about caffeine intake, especially in the afternoon. Finally, remember that lowering blood pressure naturally is a journey, not a quick fix. It's about creating a life where your heart is supported every day by the choices you make through food, movement, rest, and emotional well-being. The reward isn't just a healthier number on the monitor, it's more energy, a stronger heart, and the peace of mind that you're actively shaping a healthier future. Sometimes the most powerful changes are the smallest ones done consistently. Think of Maria, a 62-year-old grandmother who had been living with high blood pressure for almost a decade. She was on medication, but her readings still hovered higher than her doctor wanted. She felt tired, her joints ached, and she believed she was too old to make a real difference. One day, during a routine checkup, her nurse mentioned that even gentle daily movement could lower blood pressure and improve energy. At first, Maria dismissed the idea. She pictured herself having to run or lift weights, and it felt impossible. But the nurse explained that even walking around the block, gardening, or doing light stretching could start a chain reaction in the body, improving circulation and calming the nervous system. Maria decided to try. The next morning, she put on her sneakers and walked for just 10 minutes. She noticed the fresh air, the sound of birds, the way her muscles loosened as she moved. She kept at it every day, slowly increasing her time to 20, then 30 minutes. Within a few months, her blood pressure readings dropped, her energy returned, and she no longer needed an afternoon nap. That's the beauty of small steps. They add up in ways that surprise you. Beyond movement, hydration plays a role that's often overlooked. Our blood is about half water, and when we're dehydrated, it can become thicker, making it harder for the heart to pump and raising blood pressure. Drinking enough water helps maintain the balance of sodium and potassium in the body and keeps blood vessels functioning smoothly. For many older adults, thirst cues become less noticeable with age. So drinking regularly throughout the day is essential even before you feel thirsty. Herbal teas, infused water with lemon or cucumber, and soups can also contribute to hydration. Another natural approach lies in the power of mindful eating. Eating slowly, chewing thoroughly, and listening to hunger and fullness signals can prevent overeating and keep weight in a healthy range, which in turn supports lower blood pressure. Mindful eating also encourages more enjoyment of food, shifting the focus from restriction to nourishment. Let's also talk about the role of healthy fats. For years, fat was seen as the enemy, but we now know that certain fats like those from olive oil, nuts, seeds, and fatty fish can actually help lower inflammation and support heart health. Omega-3 fatty acids, in particular, found in salmon, mackerel, flax seeds, and walnuts, have been shown to improve the flexibility of blood vessels and lower blood pressure over time. Maria began swapping butter for olive oil, adding chia seeds to her breakfast, and enjoying grilled salmon twice a week. These simple changes gave her meals more flavor and her body more resilience. Community and social connections are another surprising factor. Loneliness and isolation can raise stress levels, leading to higher blood pressure. Maintaining relationships, joining social groups, volunteering, or even having regular phone calls with friends can help keep the heart healthy. Humans are wired for connection, and emotional well-being is deeply tied to physical health. If you've ever felt your heart race during a stressful conversation, you've experienced firsthand how emotions affect the cardiovascular system. The reverse is also true. Laughter, joy, and a sense of belonging can lower stress hormones and ease blood pressure. And don't underestimate the role of nature. Spending time outdoors, whether walking in a park, tending a garden, or sitting by a lake, has been shown to lower blood pressure and reduce stress. The combination of fresh air, natural light, and a calming environment encourages deep breathing and relaxation. Even 5 or 10 minutes outside can make a difference, especially when it becomes part of your daily rhythm. For those who enjoy structure, keeping a blood pressure journal can be a motivating tool. Writing down daily readings, noting what you ate, how much you exercised, and how you felt emotionally can reveal patterns you might not notice otherwise. Perhaps your blood pressure is lower on days you go for a walk, or higher after certain meals. This awareness allows you to make targeted changes and see the direct impact of your choices. One more natural ally is magnesium, a mineral that helps relax blood vessels and supports normal heart rhythm. Many people don't get enough magnesium from their diet. Foods like almonds, pumpkin seeds, spinach, black beans, and dark chocolate are rich in magnesium and can easily be included in daily meals. Some people find that when they add these foods regularly, their blood pressure improves along with their overall energy. Lowering blood pressure naturally is not about perfection. It's about creating a life where healthy choices become second nature, where every day holds opportunities to nurture your heart, like Maria discovered. When you shift your mindset from I have to I get to, the process becomes less about fear and more about empowerment. One of the most important things to remember is that blood pressure doesn't rise overnight, and it won't drop overnight either. It's the result of years of habits, both good and bad, so change requires patience. But the encouraging news is that the body responds at any age. I've seen people in their 70s and 80s make significant improvements simply by adjusting daily routines. Take Robert, a 68-year-old retired teacher. He used to start his mornings with strong coffee, skip breakfast, and spend hours sitting at his desk working on crossword puzzles. When his doctor told him his blood pressure was dangerously high, Robert felt trapped, too old to set in his ways. But after learning about natural approaches, he decided to experiment. He began replacing his second cup of coffee with herbal tea, added a morning bowl of oatmeal with blueberries, and committed to walking to the local library instead of driving. He also started practicing 10 minutes of deep breathing in the afternoon, using a simple guided meditation video. Within 6 months, his blood pressure dropped enough for his doctor to reduce his medication dosage. Robert's story is a reminder that small, consistent changes add up to big results, and those changes can be woven into daily life without feeling overwhelming. Another often forgotten factor is how we handle setbacks. There will be days when you eat a salty meal, skip your walk, or feel too stressed to sleep well. Those days do not erase your progress. The key is to see them as temporary detours, not permanent roadblocks. A single high reading doesn't define your health, it's the long-term trend that matters. Learning to forgive yourself and start fresh the next day keeps you on track far more effectively than guilt or self-criticism ever will. It's also worth talking about the role of purposeful living. When you wake up with a reason to get out of bed, whether it's caring for a grandchild, tending a garden, volunteering, or learning a new skill, you create emotional resilience. This sense of purpose has been linked to lower stress, healthier habits, and yes, lower blood pressure. Purpose gives the heart a reason to keep beating strong. Nutrition, movement, stress management, sleep, hydration, social connection, and purpose, they all work together like pieces of a puzzle. Neglecting one piece can make the whole picture less complete, but nurturing them all creates harmony in the body. Even something as simple as cooking a colorful meal with loved ones, going for a walk after dinner, and ending the day with a moment of quiet gratitude can shift your blood pressure in the right direction over time. Technology can be a helpful partner in this process. Home blood pressure monitors allow you to track changes and spot trends. Fitness trackers can gently remind you to move, and meditation apps can guide you through relaxation exercises. But remember, these are tools, not replacements for listening to your body. Always pay attention to how you feel. Dizzy spells, headaches, chest discomfort, or unusual fatigue should never be ignored. Consult your healthcare provider if anything feels off. While natural approaches can be powerful, they should work in harmony with medical guidance, especially if you're already on medication. Never stop or adjust your prescription without speaking to your doctor. Instead, use these lifestyle changes as a complement to your treatment plan. Many people find that as they improve their habits, their doctors are able to reduce medication over time, which is a positive sign that the body is healing. I often encourage people to think of blood pressure management not as a diet or a program, but as a personal health culture, a way of living that supports the heart every single day. It's about finding joy in healthy food, delight in movement, and comfort in restful nights. It's about building a life that makes your heart stronger rather than forcing it to work harder. Imagine yourself a year from now, your blood pressure readings lower, your energy higher, your mood lighter. You've built routines you look forward to, not ones you dread. You feel proud because you've taken control of something that once felt out of your hands. That future is not only possible, it's within your reach, starting with the very next choice you make. High blood pressure may be a common challenge after 50, but it's not an unchangeable fate. With each nourishing meal, each walk in the fresh air, each night of restful sleep, and each moment of calm, you are shaping a healthier, more vibrant you. And the best part is, you don't have to do it all at once. Start with one thing today. Drink an extra glass of water. Take a 10-minute stroll. Add an extra serving of vegetables to dinner. Breathe deeply before bed. These small acts are investments in your heart's future. Over time, they compound, and the results speak for themselves. Your body is capable of remarkable recovery when given the right conditions, so treat it with the care, patience, and respect it deserves, and it will reward you with strength, vitality, and a longer, more fulfilling life.